Hello and welcome to Solidworks Station. My name's Stuart, and in today's tutorial we're going to look at the CSWA sample exam question around advanced part modelling. If by the end of this tutorial you feel like you've struggled with some of the content, then please do get in touch and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Thanks very much and let's get started. Okay, so let's have a little look at some of the things that we're getting asked in this particular sample exam question for the CSWA. It says build this part in SolidWorks. We've got a material of cast carbon steel, which we can apply right at the end. We've got to ensure that we're working in the correct unit system, which is millimeters, grams and seconds. This sometimes can change. Sometimes it asks you to work in IPS, inches, pounds and seconds, but we are working in a millimeters, grams and seconds unit system in this particular question. The decimal places we'll be working to is 2, and our part origin is arbitrary. So that means that we can place that where we want. We can specify where that part origin sits on our model. We've got unknown values which were given here of A and B. As we can see here on the engineering drawing, we have A and B. Let me just zoom in a little bit here for you. Okay, so it's saying that A is 66. So here's our A. So this length here is 66 mil, and then we've got B, which lies across here, and it's saying that that is 56 millimeters. So that's going to be important for us right at the start, because I'm going to start off building this base plate right at the beginning with my 66 and 56 millimeter values being the extremities of this particular design. From there, what I'll do is build up this component here that I've got with a few circles, and I'll end up mirroring this around a plane to give a replica on the other side. So let's go into SolidWorks and let's get started on this. Let's not forget about the final question as well, which is what is the overall mass of the part in grams? And we can look at that once we've applied this material at the end, and I can show you how to get that to 2 decimal places as well. So let's get into SolidWorks and let's give this a go. Okay, so I'm going to go to File, New and Part. I'm going to start this off in the top plane, normal 2. I'm going to produce a sketch of a centre line. Because I've got quite a lot of symmetry going on here, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to draw half of my base plate, and then I'm going to mirror that across. So looking at my drawing, I know that the length of this centre line that I'm going to draw through here is going to be the length of B, which is 56 millimeters. So let's smart dimension this up at 56, and then I'm just going to sketch a rough outline of what half of this base plate is going to look like. Okay, I'm going to give this some smart dimensions now. Okay, I know that from this edge to my centre line, now this should be 33. The reason for that is distance A here should be 66. So if I click on this edge and then my centre line and then go across to the other side, I need this value to be 66. I know that from this point to this point is 16, and I know that this should be a 45-degree angle. Okay, this should also be a 40-degree angle, 45-degree angle should I say. So this angle here should be 45, and this gap from this point to this point should be 10. Perfect. Okay, I've got some circles as well that I need to put in that are diameter 7. So what I can do here, really simple, click on this circle, hold down Control, click on this circle, make those equal, and then I can click on this point, hold down Control, click on this point, and always make those have a relation of vertical. I can give one of them a dimension now of 7 millimeters for its diameter, and both of them will update and both of them will stay in line with each other. Now, If I just zoom in on my drawing, I can see that these circles are 8mm from the edge and 12mm from the top, with a 27mm centre. So I'm going to smart dimension this one here from the edge to the centre at 8mm, and from the top edge to the centre at 12mm. And then they had centres of 27mm. Okay, and we are now fully defined. What I can do with this now is simply go to my mirror option, which is going to be in my S key. So if I go to mirror entities, if you've not got that there, you can just go here and just type in mirror, and you've got mirror entities here, and it's asking us the entities to mirror. Okay, we want to mirror everything, and we want to mirror about this center line, like so, and green tick. Okay, we can now extrude that. Okay, we can now extrude that, so I'm going to go to features and extrude, and we need to extrude this by 4mm. We get that 4mm from this view here, and you can see there the number 4. If I just zoom in and show you. Okay, the thickness here, okay, it's telling us it's 4mm. So 4mm, and I'm going to go up for a boss extrude and green tick. So there's my base plate complete. Okay, from here what we need to do is we need to place on some fillets. So as it says here in the model, we need 8 times R2 on each one of these edges. And that's really simple to do. So we can go into Solidworks, we can go to our fillet option, we can change this value here from 10 to 2, and we can click on one of these edges. We get some predictions here, and we're going to say connect to the start loop 7 edges. So we need 8 in total. We've got one here, it's picked up the other 7, making 8 in total, and I can green tick. Right, the next area I'm going to concentrate on is producing this in a right plane. I've got a lot of dimensions that I can go off here. I'm going to do a rough outline of what this looks like. I'm going to place in my circles, and then we'll give those some smart dimensions. So I'm going to go into SolidWorks, I'm going to go into my right plane, normal 2, and I'm just going to sketch this back face here, so going up, and I'm going to go across like so. That line doesn't look horizontal. There we go. And then from there, I'm going to start to sketch this circle in here at the front face, so 13 up, and it sits in line with this edge, and it's got a diameter of 10. So I'm going to go to the circle, just going to put my circle in here, just making sure that it's lining up with this point. It's got a diameter of 10, and it sits, diameter of 10, and it sits from the top face here to here, is 13. So I'm going to put 13 in here. I'm going to put this one in as well. So this one is a diameter of 19. So let's put this circle in. So circle. This has got a diameter of 19. And this one sits from the bottom 37.5 up. .5, and it sits from this back face 39.5. Okay, so that's in position. Let's put the other circle in position as well. So I've got this one, this is diameter 19 and a diameter 10. Diameter 19, diameter 10, and it sits 19 up and 12 across. So 19 and 10. So there's my 10. There's my 19. And it is 12 from this back edge and 19 up. 12 and 19. Okay, so I'm going to have to move this line up above it, like so. I'm going to drop a line down from this quadrant, like so. Trim entities, corner, just click on this line just near the top, and then click on this line, and that'll sort that out. And then I want to go from this point here and make this tangent, so just click on this line, highlight both of those, so or you can click one and then hold down control and click the other, and we want to make those tangent. We also want to create a relation between that point and that point, just make them vertical. I'm also going to drop a line down from this quadrant at 2 millimeters, and I'm going to go from the top of this quadrant to this line here. Just make sure that that line is vertical. Perfect. Okay, just need some final dimensions. The height of this line here is 32. And you can see now that we're fully defined. Okay, so you can see there that that is our sketch fully defined and ready to go for extrude. So we're going to go to features. In fact, before we do that, we're going to go to sketch line. Just going to close this off, otherwise we're going to run into some complications. So from point to point there, just close that sketch off, then go into features, extruded boss base. Okay, and it's asking us to pick some contours up. So we're going to pick up this contour here. We're going to offset this by 10 millimeters. We want a thickness of 4, but we want to reverse the direction of that, coming in this way, like so. Okay, so we can press the green tick there, like so. Now we've got some more work to do on this, so if I just look at my sketch here, you can see we've just placed these in. So if you imagine my centre line here, that's why I did an offset of 10. So we got to this point, this was my offset starting point, and then we extruded by 4 millimeters. Okay, for this bit. What we're going to do now is, you can see that the circles that we had here, this one and this one, okay, actually come past by 1 millimeter. 22 minus 20 is 2, divided by 2 of them is 1, so it's going to extrude by 1 millimeter. So let's pick up those features in SolidWorks. So into SolidWorks, we're going to go back to our extrude. We're going to edit that feature. By going into sketch, extrude boss base. This time we're going to pick our contours of this one and this one. Still the same offset, so offset 10 millimeters in here. Okay, but in here just 1 millimeter, like so. And we don't want to reverse the direction this time, we want this on the outside, and then in direction 2 Okay, we want this at 4mm. Okay, and green tick. Perfect. Let's do control 1. And I'm just going to have a little look at that in my hidden lines visible. Control 2 and control 4. Control 5, looking from a top view. Okay, that looks looking good. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to go back to shaded with lines, and I'm going to work on the next part. Okay, and I need to go back into that sketch and sort this circle out here. So let's have a little look what I need to do on that one. So just going to zoom in, and you can see from this view here, we've got 36 minus 12, which gives us 24. So there's a 24 gap here. 24 divided by 2 is 12. So we've got 12mm in total here. And then 12 minus the 4mm here that we had gives us 8. So we want this to come out by 8mm. Okay, so into Solidworks, sketch, edit the sketch. We want to make a feature. Oops. Okay, sketch, not edit sketch, just click on the sketch and extrude boss base. I want to pick up this feature this time. We want an offset again of 10mm, like so. We want to get this in line. Okay, so this needs to be 4mm, and direction 2 needs to be 8mm altogether. I'm just going to check that on the drawing, make sure that works out. So we have 8 here, so 8, then we have another 4, so that's 12, plus another 12 gap, plus our 4, so 12 and 12, 24, plus our 4, 28, plus another 8 on this side, 28, plus 8 is our 36. So yeah, this is an 8mm. Perfect. So this is ready to go, and green tick. Okay, what else have we got? Okay, we've got a circular hole here at the top, and we've got a circular hole here of 10mm. This is diameter 8 through all, and this is 10mm through all. So let's go and put those in. So this one's already done. We just need this one, which was 8, I believe. Yeah, 8. So click on this face. Nice and easy, this one. Normal to sketch, circle, hover over the circumference. We get a center point, which I've just missed. Circle, hover over the circumference. We get a center point. This time I'll get it. There we go. Smart dimension, 8mm, and through all cut. So features, extruded cut, and change blind to through all. Okay, so next we need to put in some fillets. So just looking around here, we've got some R2s that I need to put in here. We've got an R2 here that I need to put in. We have got some 0.5 fillets to put in on the inside edge here. Got another fillet that I need to put in here, R2. Got quite a few R2 fillets actually. 1, 2, 3. One here as well, 4. So a few to put in, and then we've got those 0.5s to put in. Okay, so Let's go into fillet. Let's grab our 2mm fillet to start off with. Okay, we need one here. We need one here. We need one here. We need one here, like so. And we can tick that. And then we need our 0.5s, so back to fillet. Stick in our 0.5mm fillets. And we want this inside face here. And we want this inside edge, should I say, here as well. And green tick. So the final thing that I need to do here is to mirror this to get a mirror image of this what we've produced on this side over to the other side, just like we did do with the base plate right at the start. So I'm going to go to my features tab. I'm going to go to mirror. My mirror plane is going to be my right plane. I'm going to choose to mirror a body, which is going to be this one, and just check that I have nothing else in here. Just delete that. Go back to body. Okay, so I'm going to mirror the body through the right plane, and I'm going to merge it as a solid, and green tick. Okay, and there you go. Perfect. Right, last few things to do. So let's have a look at the last few things. So we need to apply a material of cast carbon steel, and we need the overall mass of the part in grams. So right click on material, edit the material, make sure we're choosing the right one, cast carbon steel. So scrolling down, there we go, cast carbon steel. Let's apply that. Sometimes it tells you that you've got to have the correct density on the CSWA exam as well. So there we've got 7,800 kilograms per meters cubed. If it's asking it for grams per millimeters cubed, just make sure you take that into consideration. So it would be something. It would be, what would it be? 0.0078 grams per millimeters cubed. So just take that into consideration if it does ask for grams per millimeters. Apply that, close, and then we want the weight of this. So we're going to go to our evaluate tab. If it's not here, it's because you need to right click on these tabs and just ensure that it's selected here. So if it's not in the list as it is now, okay, just right click, tick it, go into evaluate, click on mass properties, and you can see there that that's our weight in grams to 2 decimal places. If you click on the options tab, it's saying use document settings. You could use custom settings. If it asked it for 4 decimal places and in kilograms, for example, you could change these, press the OK button, and there we go, 4 decimal places and in kilograms, just in case you needed to change those at all. However, this question does say that you need it in the 2 decimal places in grams. Okay, so you could get the right things into these boxes. Okay, and we've got it there to 2 decimal places. So our answer is 237.11 grams, and that's the answer we would put into the box. So that concludes this particular tutorial. Thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Solidworks Station. And if you're new to the channel, you can always give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying the content that's being produced. Thanks very much, everyone, and see you soon.